What's the deal, family? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got another banger for y'all, man. So look, we got Perry Baker's journey from American football to rugby superstar. Okay, about to run this out one time for the one time, man. And look, bro, since we got sevens going on, I figured this is the perfect time to bring this reaction. And being that he's a USA, American superstar in rugby, I got to do this video right now. So we going to check out Perry Baker, man, I've done reactions to his highlights and stuff like that. But we going to go more deep dive into it on this video. And in case you don't know about Perry Baker, man, Rugby Sevens, American Rugby Sevens player for the United States national team, over 250 tries. Baker currently ranks first among Americans and third among all players in career tries scored in the World Series of Rugby Sevens. He's been playing for USA since 2014, still currently plays. And what's crazy, and I didn't know this, dog, was the fact that bro is 37. He's 37, still playing on Team USA, doing his thing, man. So shouts out to him because, hey, man, 37's, I don't care. I don't care what sport you play unless it's golf. 37 is a high age for physical contact sports. So that's it. Let's get straight into it. Perry Baker, man. American football to rugby superstar.
They will not stop him.
In my opinion, I think Perry Baker is one of the best human beings I've ever met in the entire world.
I was like, I think Perry's the best player on the circuit.
I don't even know what rugby is. Never heard of it. Never saw a game of rugby.
Rockets on his face.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
That is crazy fast.
He glided across the grass. And he just hovered across the top of it and he moved very eloquently.
It changed my life. It honestly did. It changed my life. Sports was big in my family. My uncle playing football, and then my brother later followed in those footsteps. But at the time, though, I mean, football was big in the neighborhood. I just started driving, so I was probably 14. And,
damn, my boy must have been he from Atlanta? My boy got the jean shorts, the extra long, with the short socks. Niggas used to be wild back in the day. How we got extra long t-shirts, extra long shorts, but we got short socks. Come on, dog. What was we doing back in the day, man? What was we doing, bro?
I never forget, I was pumping gas, and there's some stranger just comes up to me, and he tells me I look like his son, and then he says, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I said, I want to play football. And his first words he said to me was, you will be able to do anything you want to do. He's like, and I believe you're going to play football. He's like, what's your name? And I tell him my name. He's like, I'm going to see you on TV one day. You're going to be famous. At that point, when the guy said that to me, I was just like, man, like, this is going to happen. I was just so excited. I'm like, man, a stranger told me this. Like, maybe he knows something I don't know, you know? Like, no lie, man, I had my NFL dreams all planned out. Like, I swear at one point in time, I thought I was like, I'm gonna marry Britney Spears and everything. Like, no lies. I'm like, I'm making it to the NFL. I'm making a lot of money, and I'm an athlete. Like, why wouldn't she date me? I have my own money.
Perry and I talked all the time still, so we still stayed in touch. I followed his football career. I heavily recruited him to try to get in the NFL. I used to send DVDs to recruiters all the time.
I got injured my senior year of college football. I remember blocking and the whistle was blown. I ended up falling and it fell into my leg. When I went to the NFL and I had a physical to see, like, was I healthy, they just take me in a room and they say, hey man, like, you have a torn meniscus in your knee, we gotta let you go.
I don't know why the NFL didn't give him more of a chance.
Damn, bro. I've heard people have way worse injuries and still make it to the NFL. I'm not gonna lie, but I guess it depends on, like, what type of star you are. Like, if you that guy in college, you know what I mean? You bringing your team to the Rose Bowl, all that. Yeah, you gonna get injured. They still probably gonna, all right, bro, can you recover from this? Yeah, all right, cool. We gonna put you on. But if you got a torn meniscus and they like, shit, I mean, you good, but like, there's like 20 other guys that's just as good, it's gonna be a lot tougher, bro, because everybody in America wants to go to the NFL. You know what I mean? If they play football, they want to go to the NFL. So that's tough. That's tough. And for somebody, I tore my knee playing football. I tore my MCL, so that's the opposite side of your meniscus. It's not fun to deal with, man, and it lingers on for sure.
So I'm playing basketball. He was just so aggressive, so relentless on defense. I was like, if he can do that, I know he has the offensive capabilities.
One day he came to my basketball game. He came to me, he goes, look, I think you can be a really good rugby player. I think you can play. Just come give it a shot.
He was one of the few players I started picking up to take to practice, and he just got a kick out of it.
Went out to one of the practice one night, and from that moment, I was just like, this is so much fun.
To Baker. Baker's got a little bit of pace. If he gets
Bro,
on the
moving.
outside, it's not often he gets stopped.
Perry managed the transition from football to rugby pretty easily. He had started learning to play rugby now instead of just being a weapon, right when the Olympics had been finalized to become an Olympic sport. So
Rio.
it was going to give him a rare opportunity that he wasn't going to be able to get in
Okay, the
football.
double spin.
This should be illegal. Perry Baker, you are
nice.
outstanding.
And I'm like, ooh, an Olympian. I'm like, that'd be dope if I can be an Olympian. So right then and there, my mind just went like, boom, like, man, you can be huge. Like, you can be on cereal boxes. Like, you can be on billboards. And he was telling me about them starting a rugby academy in Ohio called Tiger. And he goes, they're in Ohio right now, and they said that you're welcome to come, but you have to come right now. So I drive to Ohio, and I start playing rugby. And then after that month, they end up allowing me to stay for a whole year. Like, they said, hey, they still wanted me to come back. I'm like, all right. And I guess they saw something in me where they're like, they just gave me that opportunity, gave me that chance. When I was at Tiger, it was like, probably like 10, 12 of us lived in like a 2-bedroom apartment. It was really small.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
Oh, hell no.
It was weird because it was
Hell
like
no.
sometimes, like this little couch right here, it would be my couch. And everyone's like sleeping right in front of me, you know? And then when the person who actually owned the couch, when he's in town, it's his couch, and I'll be like, I ain't got nowhere to sleep, so I go sleep in my truck, you know? And that's when I started feeling like, man, I'm in my truck. I never thought in a million years I'll be sleeping in a car.
Oh, get tight, baby.
No, there'd been talks about there was an ex-arena football player who had some really special X factor and some speed that was in the Tiger Rugby Academy, and we always like to look around at the different clubs and the different kind of feeder systems to support that as the Eagles, and we saw him play, and again, it was just like, man, there's something special about that guy right there. He's got something about him, and if we can get him to camp, we'll see if he can make it on that world stage.
129 tries.
What's crazy is there's so many guys like this, bro, that could really play. A lot of times it's just lack of knowledge, bro. They don't know that this is like a thing they could do. They just don't know. So the only things they know are basketball and football, right? If you were a hockey player, hockey, baseball player, whatever, like any of the other sports. But mainly everybody, basketball and football, boom, right? People don't even think about rugby. Me, I already knew about rugby. I was lucky enough that, or to an extent lucky, I don't know, whatever, fortunate enough, had the experience, whatever, cultured enough. There was multiple players. I think there was like 3 or 4 teammates when I played football that they would go to rugby practice first and then come from rugby practice straight to football practice. So when they were coming to football practice, they'd be coming in whatever their like private rugby club was or rugby team was, whatever their little team they was playing with, they would come in those jerseys. And they looked kind of weird, like dressy, but like jersey, but like still kind of like dressy jersey. And we'd all like be clowning them, but they'd become bruised up, muddied up, all that. All of that. Straight from their practice, straight to our practice. And that's how we kind of got like, and they tell us, like the homie Lucas, my boy Chris, they would tell us about what it was like playing rugby and how crazy it was and different it was from football. But even then, we still didn't really know what rugby was. We just knew that it was some sport they were playing that was kind of like football. So a lot of times there's guys like Perry Baker who are out here all day, but they just don't know about rugby. They only know football, so it's even tougher to really find them and to attract them to the sport.
And I can't think many of them that haven't been excited to watch.
and they're like, we're gonna drive from.
But if I was in some of these rugby academies and I was a recruiter, I would look at all the draft picks who don't get picked. I need to know everybody who entered the draft, the NFL draft, all the players who didn't get picked, and I need to go start calling these guys because their dreams of making the NFL kind of fell through. They can still, do their free agency and come back and go into, the combine the year after and the year after. But people do that for years and they never make it. But they could really put in that time and go say, let me tackle rugby, MLR, rugby sevens, where I can shine and be a superstar because of my just athletic ability and physical whatever. I could learn this game, and it's going to take me time, but at least my skills could get me by for now. So that would be something, if I was one of those recruits, that'd be something I would look at. I would look at.
Ohio to Glendale, Colorado.
Yeah, so I mean the Rugby Town Sevens is one of the biggest domestic rugby sevens tournaments in the US. So you get a lot of invitational teams, kind of talented club teams. In 2013, I was on the collegiate All-American team, so we had a bunch of the best young college sevens players.
Like I was told, you're gonna get a call up from this tournament because I was doing so well. And then like in the semifinals, we're playing this All-American team.
Yeah, Steve Thomasine was on that team, Pat Blair, Ryan Mattias, as well as a bunch of others who've gone on to play at high levels.
I didn't start that game, and then when I came in at halftime, I scored like 2 tries really quick.
Perry comes off the bench, and I think we'd said to our wing, he's really fast, don't let him get around you, like we'll help you out on the inside, force him back inside, and we'll stop him. We'll stop him together. Perry got the ball barely into the second half, immediately goes around the edge. I think I was at sweeper coming across, he cuts back, runs around me, goes and immediately scores a try, and we're like, First half went well, that's not a good omen for the second half. And then like a minute or two later, he does it again, scores immediately again, we're tied, and so now it's gone really against us. And I think at that point, we had a little talk among our team like, hey, we've got to oversell to stop him. If someone else scores, that's okay, but we've got to make sure we're stopping Perry. And able to do it last play of the game, and then we had the ball, made a break, got down the field, and we ended up scoring to win the game. But I've told Perry a number of times over the years that, hey, if they had only played you for the 14 minutes, that might have gone differently, but we played against him once and we got the win.
Like a year passed, and I finally get invited to go to the national team. I realized one day, like, oh my gosh, you, meaning Madison Hughes, Ryan Mattias, Pat Blair, Garrett Bender. It was probably like 8 guys that I played against with Tiger at the Rugby Town that played when we played the All-Americans. They all played for the national team. See, no wonder why y'all was so good, but I didn't know it at the time. And it was just crazy, but like, and now I'm on your guys' team and I remember playing against y'all.
2, 3, dose!
LA is a big tournament, and whenever we play at home, it's always excitement. It's just a different vibe.
Hey, I'm gonna be there in March, baby. I'm gonna be there in March. I think it's in March. Whenever the LA tournament is, I'm about to be there. I think it's in March though. Yeah, it's going up.
A lot of the family members are gonna come. A ton of friends are gonna be there, and we just know everything that comes with that. Like, it's our home soil. It's easy to watch rugby now. We look forward to it every time. Our first game was the big game. There's always the first game is like you wanna solidify that first game because it kind of makes the road a little easier for you. And we knew that first game would be tough, but the way the boys came out, the way the warm-up went, just the whole energy, the vibe, like we came out saying, like showing who we are and what we're capable of doing.
But when Perry Baker's in midfield, you cannot afford to give him a clean look at the try line.
Great dub, first game, and we're not done, but it's a great game to build off of for the rest of the day and going forward.
And then that second game was tough. We had the All Blacks, and we just knew they were a tough team, and they're smart. And just a few things that didn't go right got off the page.
Cody Melfi on the park, Baker chips on the top, Baker
okay.
New Zealand coming and bring him to the ground. Try scoring machine, can't get through there.
There are always some things you can control and there's some things you can't control.
Then the last game was like, now we really got to win this game, and we know that game is going to be tough. We're neighbors, and we know how Canada always play us. Like, no matter how they play anyone else, when it's time to play America, like,
they're
going to
up.
go hard, So we knew that was how that game was going to be. And like, We just want to be into that second day. It's like, once you make it through there, like, your focus is the second day. And then it becomes that one game at a time, like the quarters.
Now going straight through the middle.
Ooh, 21-0 Fiji.
Just when the USA needed it.
Take care of the quarters, we're getting the semis. No matter who we got, we're in the semis now. And this is what we wanted. We're here, boys. Because at the end of the day, we're going for that last game of the day. That's what we want to be in. We want to be in that cup round. We want to get that gold medal, you know? So, unfortunately, just some things didn't go right. We know how the game goes. The game is brutal. If we don't respect the game, then we pay the consequences.
A fantastic line from him, and that will break the American hearts.
Thank you for staying in the fight. We showed it all weekend. I thought once this weekend did we give up, even when we were down. Take confidence from this weekend knowing that we can beat the teams when we're accurate. Yeah, so we got to be ready to fly once as soon as we get our feet on the ground in Cape Town. Thank you. Good work, boys.
Yeah, man. The World Cup is tough because one game you lose, you're done. You don't make it to the knockout rounds. It don't work like that.
Oh, that was it. Cool. Perry Baker, journey from American football to rugby superstar, bro. That was an interesting video, man. I like that one, man. I'm excited to be able to go to the tournament that's going to be happening in Los Angeles in March, so I'm super excited. I think it's in March. It's in March or April, man. I can't remember, but whenever that happens, I'm excited to go to that one and get my first experience, you know, at Rugby Sevens. And see how it is, see the atmosphere, see how it's played. Hopefully I can get the VIP experience thing or whatever, just to have more of a total experience while I'm there. But either way, I'll be there watching the games, and I'm excited for that. I'll probably be able to see Perry Baker play in person too, which would be interesting. So that's it, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all know what to do. Get at me in the comments. Send me more videos to react to. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Remember to keep it real. Real is rare. Real always reaches everyone. See y'all next time. Peace.